Here we go. There we have it. Good morning, Rockies. Good morning, Dragos. Well, good afternoon for me. Good morning for you, probably, or good afternoon. Tester Kills, who's also realistically called You Will Report Me. There you go. Achinta Kumar, how are you doing? It's an hour and a half ahead of me. Fizzy Plays, I know there was no mic sounds, but there is now. I was all testing you. Joe's in the Rockets, as I said. The Shao Magnet, who's on everybody's live stream. Seriously. Layla Hazur, who's also on everybody's live stream, but she has to keep dropping in and out because nighttime, daytime, or bedtime, who knows. And Grumpy Old Tanker. There we go. So it's another chat. Yeah, I know there was no sound, but there's sound now. Pressing buttons and stuff. It works. Anyway, in the background you're seeing Wid running out in a T22 medium, which, as he said to me in his email, it's not a mastery, but hey, it's a T22 medium. It's a win. So, how is everybody doing?
Good, mate. You?
Hopefully everybody's enjoying the event. Yeah, not too bad. Thank you, Stubbo. So we've got Stubbo in here. We've got Uber for me.
Honestly, I think you hit it right on the nose when you said, unless you're playing an ISU, the event's going to be crap.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got to play a dirt gun to get that bugger.
Did you see my 2 back-to-back masteries of the ISU 152 that I posted yesterday?
I've seen one. I haven't seen the other one yet.
Which one did you see?
The first one you posted.
Yep, I had a second one that was a 5k damage game.
Oof.
Where I had a 1200 damage ammo rack against a T55A.
Oh, giddy up. Oh, the ting goes. Yes, I'm trying to get a good ting. I even stole that and stuck it on my intro. Yeah.
Well, strangely enough, I was getting leafs in. I got leafs in 15 straight battles yesterday, so I don't know what that 10 battle count thing was, but I've completed the first 4 levels already.
Well, there you go.
Apparently what happens is, when the events started, when they set the timers, apparently it set certain people like half a day ahead, so it kind of gave 5 extra battles for some reason. Because I had it happen too, where like I played 10 battles and then I reloaded the game and it said I only played 5.
well,
So
being the complete noob that I am, I played all my 10 battles last night in ratings. Go figure.
Yeah, after the first 3 games, I was like, this is not registering.
yeah. So I was sat there going, okay, I'm doing something wrong here. Because I'm winning the ratings battles, but I'm not getting any points. Then I realised, it's encounter only, and it's random. Not encounter only, it's random. It's random only. So you have no choice, really.
Actually, you can have it as encounter only.
You can have it. You can have it as encounter only, but it has to be a random battle. But the thing is, I mean, okay, I didn't start till today, but unless you are literally going out in a dirt gun, you're going to struggle to get the tank for free, I think.
Well, I mean, the 2 main tanks that I use is the ISU and the Lorraine.
I'm doing mine in the Smasher.
Oh, don't know. Yeah, exactly. If you do it in a Smasher, I mean, because you've got to do. I mean, they're saying average. Yeah, okay, it's an average damage to 2,300.
You have to have good returns on the shots that you're making in terms of the shots that you need to make per game.
Correct.
No, you need 2.3k damage average each game.
Yeah, but I mean...
Each game, yes.
As long as you can do that, yeah. But as long as you can do that, you have to taking less shots is better than having to take more.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I mean, don't forget, it's the first 10 games that you play. So if you time it wrong and you go on when all the crazies are out there, the chances of you getting 2,300 in the first 10 battles is pretty difficult. To be
Just
honest
play
with you.
something OP.
Just
Well,
play the
well,
WZ
well, this is, I mean,
like,
okay.
There's all your problem solved.
Yeah, I mean, I screwed up the first video because I obviously calculated the camo at the same time, so I had to take it down and put it back up again. But in the video, I'm saying expect everybody to go out in like ISUs, SU, 152s, waffle tractors, Borsigs, Death Stars, anything that's going to get your damage up, because you've got to get that damage. It's as simple as. I mean, Wid in that game there did 5,417, so he'd be okay, you see. He'd be fine.
Hello, guys.
How you doing?
Hey.
And then, so there are some good ones out there. But it's not going to be simple. It's not going to be easy. A lot of people are going to struggle to get the tank. But this is the thing about... The thing about these events that everybody forgets. They give you the opportunity to get the tank for free. What the aim is to get the price of the tank in gold down, and that's generally what they do. So, as I said in my video, if I wanted to buy the tank, I mean, I only did 10 games this morning and I'm halfway through effectively. And I only played British tier 8 tanks, which, word to the wise, if you're going to go out and do 10 games, guys, don't go out and British tier 8 tanks. Because you're not going to get the damage. It's just,
Using the American XP. You know,
Yeah.
I've actually been seeing a lot of that recently with the EXP and the T-34.
Yeah.
It's the
that's the two main
268.
tanks that I use.
Those tanks are too often.
But I mean, this event is easier than some of the events that they got. And what you get at the end of it.
This is worlds easier than the FB 201 thing that they had a couple months ago.
Yeah, I mean, and with this one, okay, it's a tier 7 tank, but it's the first auto loading reloader. It's not a bad tank. It's not great. I mean, it's a Sherman, but it's not a bad tank. It's got a fantastic reload. I mean, the reload is huge. It's brilliant. It's amazing.
Yeah.
This is the actual first event I've actually took part in it. All the others I've never bothered, so I thought, no, the goal's a bit too much to reach, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, this one is manageable.
This one, yeah. I mean, the last one you had to average like 3,200 damage a game.
Absolutely. That one was even harder. That's right. That one's harder. but it costs you nothing, guys. All you got to do is get in your dirt tank, do 10 games.
It costs you win rate.
That's what it's going to cost you more than anything. Yeah. But you're also getting a premium tank. I mean, you're getting a good credit earner. You got a tier 7, so you're not going to go up against missile tanks. You're just going to go up against Stubbo in his smasher.
Yeah.
There's one bonus that you
I'm
didn't
getting a
actually win
tank that I
lose.
wasn't given the option to buy the first time.
Yeah. Hello, Time to Conquer 06. How you doing, mate? I'm good, thank you. Yeah, no, it's I mean, I like the FL10. It's a nice little tank, to be fair. It's not the best tank, but hey, a tank's a tank.
And especially one as like
Hey, Happy, how's it going?
individual and like different as it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Even more. Don't look it in the map.
absolutely. And on the way there, if you don't get the tank, you're going to get credits, premium, and boosters. Come on, everybody wants boosters.
You're gonna get 150k.
Yeah.
You say that like that's a lot.
Well,
It's
Yeah,
really-
that's a lot.
if
Not
you're-
for you, but for others, is a lot.
If your name is every good name is taken, it's a lot of credit. he needs his credits. Telling you, he needs his credits. Every good name needs his credits. So, but no, I think it's an interesting event. It's quite good, and it's interesting that they've also shoved in a load of tanks into the store. Older tanks, I admit, apart from the T95. And these tanks have been in the store before, and they're older tanks, the KV5, etc., etc. But it's the price that interests me.
Yeah, I stand by what
The
I
price is
commented about. I would
literally
have
the
rather
price
seen
is
the
similar
Mod 1
as
than the 100.
I think
the
that's
price
to
is
entice the
similar
new
as a
players,
Black
isn't it?
Friday.
Well,
In
I
some
mean,
cases, in some
Stubbo.
cases they're better.
Yeah, there you
In
go.
some cases they're, yeah. I mean, the bundles are certainly better than Black Friday. But bearing in mind, Black Friday is only the tank on its own. You don't get all of the slots or
Yeah.
anything like that when they do
That
them
is
there.
fair.
So overall, they're a lot better value than Black Friday was.
Yeah, I think like you said there, I think they're trying to entice the new players and you know what I mean, just give them a slight reduction in the premium.
I mean, yeah, I mean, but if you haven't got the T26 Super Pershing, I mean, 5,500 gold for that tank and everything unlocked is a bargain. Realistically.
That tank is the friendliest newbie tank out there.
Well, that's what I think. That's what I think.
I don't know. That and the CDC is my nemesis.
No, the CDC can be wrecked so fast, but that
Yeah,
the
CDC
E4, the Super
Don't
Pershing,
mention the CDC.
Well, that's what that's what I'm saying in my little video that I did earlier. It's one of the most user friendly tanks in the tier at premium. If you're gonna get if you want a tank and you're a new player, the T26 is Super Pershing is the tank for you because you can't really do much wrong in that tank. Stick it all down.
I must be doing something drastically wrong because I just can't get away with it.
Stick it all down a lot.
I mean, yeah.
I do, and I
Ignore
still
the
get wrecked.
T26 to get a KB5.
The only danger with tanks like that is people tend to be overconfident because they
That's the
rely on
problem.
armor too much.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
But-
but I think you're going to have that overconfidence issue with the T26 as well.
Hmm. Well, I mean, out of all of them, I mean, yeah, again, because when I did the video, I made a mistake because I'm so infatuated with playing the T95 like a Object 140. I keep thinking it's a medium when actually it's a heavy.
Yeah,
but it's a heavium, it's more the medium side.
But it's more medium than heavy. You can't really play it like a heavy. You try and front line that thing. Woo!
Don't tell me the IS-8 is a heavy.
I mean, you play it like you play a chieftain.
Yeah, well, to an extent, yeah, you do. You've got to keep it all down. It's got a great reload. Don't get me wrong. It's not dishing out. It's dishing out okay. Absolutely.
Tip of the barrel.
Absolutely.
Your job in that tank is to harass the mediums. Like
Cor-
they can't do anything against your armor if you are held down,
Totally.
and you're gonna
Isn't that
tear
like-
them
isn't that the
apart with
job
your
of, like,
reload.
Heavies in general, just
Totally.
harass the
Oh, yeah.
medium.
No. I mean, if a medium comes like against an I7, he can eat him alive.
Yes.
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah, but if with that tank, the reload with the if he's positioned in a strong position, like most of the maps around like the medium positions designed for hold down and gun suppression.
Yeah.
With that tank, exactly is the most powerful.
Oh, totally. I mean, I took it out yesterday and had it on Dynasty's Pearl, and it's just a dream map for Dynasty's Pearl if you go to the C cap, because you can go haul down and you can really be a pain in the backside with your fast reload. But as soon as you're exposed, then everybody's going to pen you. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. I mean,
But
HE
17,500 for a tier X tank is not bad.
They charge 15,000 for the Mark One.
Yeah, I know. But this one's a rare one though. I mean, this one you could only get in crates, wasn't it? Was it crates only?
Yes, it was. It was at first.
Yeah, it was at first. I was expecting it to come in at about 17,000. So actually, about 20,000, I think it was. But so it came in cheaper than I was expecting.
Yeah. Yeah. It came in a bit cheaper than I expected. I expected it to be 20 odd. But
Wait on next time round.
yeah, it's a tricky tank. It's not a forgiving tank. It is a tricky tank. But once you've got used to it, it's actually, as Lotney said, you can be a real pain in the backside in that tank. Your job is to annoy the mediums. That's your job in that tank, and stop them doing what they love doing best. So
Thing is, they can trade with you. You have the reload and the
absolutely, yeah. So it's not bad. And then we come to one of my favourites, which everybody hates, KV5. I love that tank.
Yeah, I mean, the KB5, it is just a monster to try and deal with.
It's
Got
not
good
that.
armor,
I
but
find
very
the
punchy.
M6 a bigger monster if you're in the heavy.
No,
The-
no,
the M- the M6 is,
The
but-
KVs are the best heavies.
I mean, I love the KV5. I mean, it's got crap DPM.
No one piece says hello.
It's got crap DPM. It's got a really long reload, but boy, it is just a battleship. I mean, the thing will bounce most things. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Literally every KV after the KV2 is a Navy exclusive.
Yeah, I drive KV4 in tournaments, and sometimes
Another tank I like.
forget to shoot.
Yeah,
I forget
yeah.
to shoot, although I'm reloaded. What? I have 4K bounced on me from the enemy in tournament,
Absolutely.
and I forgot to shoot.
Exactly.
I forgot to shoot. I'm reloaded. I'm just like focusing so hard on angling. I forgot to shoot. That's
Yeah.
your job. But we don't hate that KV4 or the KV5. We hate the drivers. They
Yeah.
always go
Yeah.
by themselves.
Well,
get wrecked,
Shoyster, hey, how you doing, mate?
and you're
The
too
Nazi,
slow to do
hello.
anything.
Tom, hello.
Yeah. Tanks like that are very, very team dependent. And it's like, say, if you go on your own, that's it, you ghost.
Job is to absorb damage, not to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's a great game there by Critical Hit. I keep turning away because obviously I'm doing people's matches. The other tank I think is really good looking at is the M4A1 Rev. Nice little tank,
Oh, yeah.
great gun, fantastic gun.
So angry I can't buy it.
After the buff, it's really
I'm
doing
1000k
well.
gold away.
Okay, it's still, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's still a Sherman. It's still a Sherman.
None of the French premiums, almost all of them, are like super unforgiving. I mean, you
It
got
is.
the CDC, you
And
got the Lorraine,
Yeah.
you have the FCM 50T,
hmm
you have the AMX M449. I
To
think
be
it's
fair,
called.
CDC and FCM 50 are the worst out of them.
Okay,
And
here's the
actually, because
What?
M4 at least has some turret armor. If you hold down, you're a monster.
FCM 50T actually has decent turret armor if it's angled.
Yeah, but it gets penned.
I'm gonna say something. The FCM is a medium.
hmm
You can HE almost all the heavy French.
You can, yes.
You could, yeah, but the FCM you can't HE. And that is that supposed to be a medium?
on the side.
I didn't get the memo.
We need more water.
I didn't get the memo. Well, I mean, in real life, the FCM was meant to have like a turret that was similar to a Tiger 2. That's probably why you can't HE it. It's massive.
No, not even the
Thing
sides.
is,
Not even the
on
sides.
Oh,
Over
really?
the back.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought you could still HE the back. I'll have to look at that.
FCM was like ARL, but amphibious.
And then on PC, it's a heavy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, why they released it as a medium is beyond me, but they did. Hey, Treadhead
Well,
Pete.
they released it as a medium because mobility-wise,
I guess, yes.
it has much more mobility than like any other heavy that it would ever have.
No, that is never stopped them from like
That's
Ice Age.
that's true.
The
That's
Ice 8
true.
is a medium. Like you don't have the heavy armor on tier 9. You don't have it, and you have the mobility of a medium, proper medium.
But I mean, but to get back to the M4, I mean, the thing I like about that tank, forget the armor, because you're not meant to front line in it. The gun
You
is
need mental
fantastic.
Hold down.
Yeah, that gun is fantastic. I mean,
And
it's
the
it's
mental-
amazing DPM, and it dishes out amazing damage. And boy, is it super accurate. It's a good gun.
Yeah, it's the one thing that the French got really good at is giving out snappy guns.
Hmm.
I have bad experience with CDC and snapping.
Well, the CDC is just a drac, and it's meant to be played like a drac. You're meant to play the
Yeah,
CDC the same way as a drac in real
But
terms.
the bigger problem is that you're a big T49 and HE sponge, unlike the Dracula, which has some side armor, 1 second repair, and
Well, it's got automatic track repair, if that's what you mean. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't have the same parameters as the drac. You didn't know about that automatic track repair?
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
until I watched the video
Okay,
and I was like,
so-
"Ee,
so-
the sneaky little buggers."
That's been there all the time.
So if the Drac has automatic track repair and the Lycan can't have damaged modules, what does the
Mhm.
Helsing have?
There you go. You see?
I don't know if that Helsing's got anything. I need to check that. I need to check
Casting
that.
is literally combination of everything and throw it.
I think the Helsing has the ability to get a dual kill.
It's got the
My
ability.
friend did it once. He got 2 kills in one shot.
Okay.
To be fair, I think it's more if you hit an ammo rack twice and you auto ammo rack person.
Yeah.
Like
But
that
then-
sounds a bit more.
But then we move on to the next tank, which some people really loathe. I actually like it. That's the T-44-100. That's not a bad tank either.
Just get the mod one.
Mod one's not in the store at the moment.
It was.
I mean, okay, think about it this way. Had they put in the mod 1, it would sell worlds better than the 100.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it goes without saying. I mean, the Mod 1 is a fantastic tank. I mean, that thing is almost impossible to defeat. It really is.
I mean, the only issue that it has is the fact of how abysmal its ammo count is.
Well, it's
Yeah.
atrocious DPM. Atrocious.
Hmm.
Its DPM is actually lower than the T-44-100.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but again, the T-44-100, again, people forget this. It's, these tanks, it's not got the best gun. It really hasn't got the best gun. But it does have really trolly armour. And the idea again is you're harrying and annoying the other team with your armour. And stick it all down and side on, and you can reverse side scraping it beautifully. I mean, I like the tank.
The tank gets spent all day, all night.
What, the T-44?
Basically, it has. Yeah.
Oh, I went out in it. I went out yesterday and bounced everything almost. I like the
Probably
tank.
went against bots.
actually went against the guy in the T-54 Mod 1, but there we go. But I like the tank. And then what else have we got in there? Oh, the T-34 called Independence now, but in my garage it's still the 1776. So
Yeah.
another.
The independent is
I
the
like that tank.
T28.
Yeah, I thought no, it's the T-34. It was when they first released it. It was called the T-34 1776, but now everybody's calling it the Independence. Maybe because that's when they got
it's
the
called-
Independence
It's
is
called
not
the
this one.
Independence because it was first released on the NA server on Independence Day.
Ah, but when I got it in my garage, it was never called the Independence. It was called the T-34 1776. So,
I don't think it was ever called the Independent.
No, okay,
Just
it wasn't
marketing
called,
strategy.
It wasn't called like in the game called the Independence. It was just a name that people gave it because it was just literally a reskin of
okay.
the T-34.
No, I call it America.
America.
I mean, I would rather play the T-34 Falcon because I mean, like
The
the
regular
Falcon skin
T-34.
is, yeah, I mean it's literally the same tank.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it's like I said in the video, like the KV5, it's got the best HP. I mean, it's got a lot of HP, a lot of hit points, but it's got fantastic damage. But again, it's one of those tanks that you've got to stick hull down.
And problem
it
is
has really
that
bad
whole,
American
most of
butt
maps are
syndrome.
created to do cooldown.
And the problem is, a lot of people don't like the tank because they think it's a big, heavy, juicy, heavy tank. Therefore, sorry, I don't need to go hull down.
Until you
Most
realize
annoying
how
tank to fight.
difficult the turret pen is.
Okay, why the T29 is better than it?
I've never worked that one out. I've never worked that one out.
I think it's
The
just because it's
T34,
in.
the only thing that the T34 has over the T29 is the
Is
gun
bigger gun.
penetration. The
Yeah.
penetration.
That's correct.
The upper plate on the T29 is majestic.
It's a hell of a tank for a T7.
Yeah.
T20.
and-
Oh, the T29 is
And
absolutely.
you go for the T32, it's nothing. It's even worse on a higher tier.
Yeah.
Let's be real, T-34 should have been in the tech tree, but nope,
Yeah.
because
Well,
wargaming.
the T-34 is actually supposed to be the T. I think it's the T. What is the Tier 9 tank destroyer one?
Well, the
T30.
T-30.
Yeah, the T30.
Is that what it is? Yeah. It's supposed to be the T-30 with the 122mm down at Tier 8.
Mm.
So, like, the turret on it is actually closer to the T-30 than the actual T-29.
Wow. Oh, there you go.
Anyways, I hate those tanks, especially when I see drivers using increased HP. That thing has almost 7,000 HP. What the hell?
I know. I know. And yet people.
Okay, who thought it was a good idea to give the Chinese tank destroyers the ability to add HP to themselves?
I know. It's good, eh?
This is wargaming, innit? Yeah, they say one thing and they do totally opposite.
It's because they're that slow, they need it.
Well, they are slow.
Has anyone else noticed the stock turret on the Cheeto is actually better than the top one?
No, I've not noticed that. Is it?
Yeah, the stock turret has more frontal armor, better turret traverse, but
Wow.
you lose hit points and can't mount the top gun.
I never knew that. That's interesting.
The KB4 too.
Yeah, the KB4 is kind of the same way as well.
Yeah, use the stock turret, it's lower and it's a bit better.
Ah.
Nope. That top turret is the best.
Yeah.
Oh.
For me. I'm gonna say that for me.
Mm.
I'm using top modules.
I have the Chidu Kai and the Kenny and that's it. Well, that one. Really.
Wait, did you say the Cheeto Kai? Because I'm pretty sure it's the Chinu Kai.
Chinu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that
The
premium one?
$100 tank.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
Chinu Kai.
well, I got
It's the
that back
tier
in the day
5,
when
not
it
the
was
tier
cheap.
6.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay $100 for it. No way.
To be fair, I'm not even.
What, the Shinobi? The Shinobi came out for $100, yes. Yeah, it's crazy that.
Sorry, yeah, I got it wrong. Sorry, my mistake.
$100 for a Shinobi. Good deal.
For my friend, it's not a lot.
Okay, honestly, I want to know what they were smoking when they thought of this.
I know.
Let's have a tier 5
I know,
premium.
guys.
Let's
I
shove a
know.
bunch of gold into it and spend $100 for it. Because they're totally gonna buy it.
I know lots of people that bought the Shinobi. They're collectors. They're only missing from their garage the Kenny Otso, the i6 Fearless, and the Shinobi. You
Wow.
can't get the Fearless.
Yeah, but-
You can't get the Kenny Otso, but the only tank that you can get is the Shinobi. So why not? They're collectors.
Wow, I mean, I've got all three of those. I didn't realise that they were that difficult to get. I mean, I know the Fearless is. I know the Fearless is. But I didn't know the Shinobi was that fearless.
What it was.
You can't get the Fearless, and there's no way you can get a Kenny Otso.
Oh, no, you'll never get the Kennyotsu again.
You never get the Kenny.
Not even a Fearless. You can't get a
No, I mean, the Fearless was only given to a few people. And it came into the store briefly, apparently.
They messed up their purchase process, and then, yeah.
Yeah, a couple of... Meaty got it that way.
Yeah,
Watch out,
because
the
he made a
buyback
video
option.
about that too.
Yeah, Meaty got it that way. Meaty got the Fearless through a mistake. So, but then it came out. Then it was only in the store briefly. He got it, and then poof, it was gone again. The same with the Kennyotsu. I mean, the Kennyotsu hit the store. They realised the error, pulled it immediately, and only a few people. Well, I say a few, 700 odd people managed to get hold of it. So,
I still don't get why didn't they fix it?
because it's a premium.
Because they really, because
I
they
think
can.
back then they didn't like to fix things
Okay.
when you bought it.
Think about how scummy it would look if you say you spent $15 on a premium tank because you knew it was going to be a fun, good tank to play. Then the following week, they turn it into a collector's vehicle, nerf it to hell, and then say, "Oh yeah, go have fun."
You can ask for a refund.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, they have two choices with the likes of the Kenny. I mean, one, if they were to nerf it or turn it into a collector, then people can turn around and say, we want our money back because I bought the tank as advertised. It's no longer as advertised. And a premium you pay cash for and you get it as advertised. So you could get your money back and lose the tank, which they didn't particularly want
Now,
to
if
do.
you purchased it for gold, which is what they're moving to,
It's a
you
different
can't
kettle of
get
fish.
refunds because they can't refund you the price you paid for the gold because the gold could have been earned.
Correct. And that's why they turned them to collectors as well.
I prefer the gold.
Now, I know a lot of people have turned around and said, but that's not right because they've nerfed other premiums. Yes, they have. However,
Yes, but
those premiums were gift tanks initially, or free tanks or event tanks. you didn't buy them, funnily enough. Not the first time round.
Or
So the
nerfs were not,
KV220, the
those are
KV220T is a prime example. When that tank first came out, it was a beta test tank. It was a test tank, and a few people managed to get hold of it for almost gratis. It was an event tank, I believe. Yet when they released it again, they released it for cash. But they're allowed to. But they then turned it to a collector, and they were allowed to nerf those because these were effectively free tanks that were given.
Yeah, it's not the idea of nerfing premium. It's the idea that how fast that they were going to do it after they released it for free.
Yeah. So
Like had they waited like a few months after like the hype about it died down, they probably could have got away with nerfing.
probably.
But the sheer amount of nerfs that tank would have needed.
Yeah, but the thing is,
so much that nobody would have, like,
No.
everybody would have noticed.
but in their mindset, it's, you know, let's be honest, it's a tier 3. Not many people play it. Really, it doesn't really have that much of an impact on the game per se, funnily enough. So why nerf it?
700 of them in the wild.
Yeah, no, I get that, but why nerf it? There's no point. It's
Tell
not.
you what, a player new to the game facing that tank in the enemy team 3 times in a row, he's gonna quit.
Well, there is that argument.
I fought a platoon of them.
Yeah.
If
If go out in a little Kenny, he's just got power
Yeah.
creep. The armor's a bit naff and
you have
Oh,
to think of it this way. The amount of time that the Kine Auto is being played, you're not getting any new players.
Yeah, I mean, some people do kick the backside out of it and play it too much. I mean, I've had it from day one. I think I've done something like 60 battles in it over that time. So,
Some players don't really stick around in tier 3 that long enough to be quitting. I mean, they're just racing through it.
I mean, I played it for counting. I play it for countings in videos, and that's it.
I mean,
When I
yeah,
first got it, I
that's
played the
why I
Alpha,
enjoy
I think I
playing
got about
tier
3 or
4
4
because
battles
then
in
I
it.
can actually like deal with the Otsus and like.
I mean, the Ken is not. It's clearly broken, and it's the only, in my opinion, it's the only truly broken tank in the game, because it really is broken. I mean, it's you know, the reload is just broken. Simple fact. But you know, but if they, I mean, if to be honest with you, if they would have brought out a premium tank, if this is the test, if they would have brought out, let's say, the Sheridan as a premium tank, and given the Sheridan the same reload, broken reload that they gave it to the Kennyotsu, that tank would have been nerfed. Something would have happened with that tank. And they wouldn't have said, well, the argument is people paid for it, blah, blah, blah. That tank would have, something would have happened to that tank.
Because it's in a more competitive tier.
Correct.
What
And
do
it
you
would have had a
think
bigger
about-
impact. Say again?
What do you think about the armor buffs in the tier 10?
If the buffs are to cope with the missiles, then it's stupid. Because they need to nerf the missiles more.
But
Or-
honestly, I think the health buffs to tier 10
Can I just
heavies,
say
I think
something?
that's also more because if you look at like the comparison between like the tier 8 and the tier 10 heavies,
hmm
the health points on the tier 8 heavies are a lot higher in regard to the rest of the other tanks of the tier.
Yeah.
Whereas like you
30,
reach tier 10 and your mediums are almost the same health as your heavies in some
But in my
cases.
opinion, I think they've done it, right, so they don't have to nerf the missile tanks anymore. So they've buffed the armor to see how it plays.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're trying to power creep the missile tanks, which isn't the way forward. That's not the way forward.
No.
Oh, I'm afraid.
I would rather
That's
see
the reason
them
they've done
just nerf the missiles than just buff everything else.
All they have to do with the missiles is just make them line of sight.
And make the Sheridan's armor a proper armor, not a... Like,
Not a
I can
shovel in the
HE a mouse for 400, and when I HE a Sheridan, I get 200.
Yes.
Yeah, I can...
Yeah.
Can I call bullshit on that? Well,
I
I-
agree with you. Yeah. I
The
agree
thing
with you 100%.
is, I know that it's spaced armor, but it's like it's like second nature for me. When I'm aiming, I switch to HE. When I say like gray,
Yes.
it's like second nature. I forget. Like after shooting, I click and then I knew that's not gonna pin.
No, I have the same problem.
You know
And
what?
I'll be honest with you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not wholly opposed to the missiles, but I do think, for example, the T-92, in my opinion, is just broken. A light tank that has light tank camo can run around the battlefield and still forget the missiles, take the missiles out of the equation.
560.
Thank you. Can still do that in an APCR round and frontally pen a tier 10 mouse is just wrong. It's broken. It is a broken tank.
Okay,
And it's not because of the
honestly, what I would
missiles.
do is
It's
I-
not because of the
honestly, what I would
missiles.
do
The gun is
is I wouldn't let it
You
share
have
a gun with the
accuracy,
tier
you have
10.
penetration, you have even the muzzle velocity. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's broken not just because of the missiles. And my argument was,
Has anyone ever thought about the fact that the velocities of the shells make no sense for the size gun that it has?
exactly,
Look at Russian, look at American.
exactly.
That would be like if a KV-2 had like triple the shell velocity that it does.
No,
But like a smasher.
no, I didn't show you the game. I haven't.
You're not wrong there.
I haven't. I mean, I didn't put it on the video, but the T-34 video that I put up, where it's part of the montage for what's in the store, we lose that game, by the way, and we were 4 tanks up. It was 5 against 2. But the 2 tanks on the other side were 2 T-92s, and they just sat. One spotted, and the other one just sat at the back and threw missiles left, right, and centre. And there was nothing any of us could do about it, because I had a Borsig, I had me, and I had 2 more heavies and a medium tank, and that was on hardly any health.
Oh, was that the stream match?
No. This was I did a video earlier about what's in the store. I put a T-34 game in there, and I cut the replay off at the part. We are 5 tanks up against 2 tanks. And those 2 tanks are both T-92s. And they just annihilate us. Absolutely annihilate the entire team.
But
and we
that's
lose.
the problem. They cause teams to sit back because they get scared when they see them, and they just allow them to win.
Well, you say that, but what happened was they were tuning up, and the one just sat at the back, and the other one was just suckering everybody in. So he was running around being spotted up. Yeah. So everybody was sucking into him. And his platoon mate was just sat there throwing missile after missile. That was it.
Don't get me wrong, it's good gameplay. I mean, Jesus Christ, it is. You know what I mean? But it's still.
Cool, we shouldn't have lost that game. Not when you're 5 tanks up. That's the thing. And if it was a TD sat at the back, I'd understand it. But this isn't a TD, guys. This is a light tank. And let's change it to 2 bat chats. The bat chat and 2 tier 10 bat chats. Let's forget it's a tier 9.
The bat chat would lose every time.
Thank you, because the bat chat hasn't got the damage or the pen that these things have.
Plus, it hasn't got the ability to shoot around corners over hills.
Tell you what.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Tell you what. Like the best thing about Blitz that when you are spotted in a heavy or a medium, like you can do something.
Yes.
Once you're spotted, you're not dead in the same amount. Like you play in PUBG, you're spotted, 2 shots in the head, you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing CSGO, you don't even know where the shots are coming from. In Blitz, you can do something. But when you are put in a situation like you can't do anything, that's like not the game that I signed up for.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems. Now, all I want them to do is lower the pen and the damage. That's all I want them to do.
Like, congratulations to Wargaming. They found the most obnoxious thing about World of Tanks PC, and they
And
found a way
introduced
to
it.
put it in Blitz. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
They could just. What they could do is just limit.
It wouldn't surprise me if they add double-barreled tanks or like something like that fairly soon.
Possibility, mate.
You should
That I can understand. The players are not hating these things.
Well, I just hope to God they don't even consider introducing the E100 waffle tractor.
You should limit the range of the missiles.
If they add
Because
self-propel
P90
guns in this
is so
game, I'm
broken
just
that
leaving.
even
Like,
stock
I
is
have no
very
questions
strong.
asked. If they add SPGs, I'm
Like
leaving.
WT.
Yeah, but if they added that E100 waffle tractor, I mean that's just crazy. That can one-shot an E100.
If they limited the range of the missiles,
Okay, tell you
stop
what.
them sitting back.
Something you need to try, even just once. Go to your heavy, get in your Sheridan or E1, go to your heavy side, stay unspotted, wait for the heavies to be spotted and the TD behind them. Wait for them to be like 2 or all of them to shoot on their own reload and just zigzag through them to the back of the TD and watch all of them panic. Like this is
Turn
like
around, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you-
I've done that. I've done that with a
it's hilarious.
what
Like
sound
it's
is
so
that?
funny. Like you guys just like sit at the back of that tank and watching the whole flank at the
Yeah, I did that with a oh, I gotta find it. With a Type 64, I just went right through like 2 KV2s, a KV1S, and just farmed the back of an SU-100Y. And like everyone literally like just Windows stopped responding.
You shouldn't be able to do that in tier 10.
No, you shouldn't. Not in tier 10. Absolutely, not in tier 10. But you know, it's just you
If
know.
you limit the range of the rockets, that'll solve it. Like, so they can only go so far, and then.
Well, absolutely. I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, you really can fire these things from the other side of the map.
That's part of the problem.
Because you can sit at the back on one side of the map and shoot right across the other side. You know what I mean?
Okay, does anybody know if like in the PC version of the game, can you actually control where the missiles go? Like,
There's
is that a
no
thing?
missiles in
There's
PC.
no missiles in PC.
Yeah, there is. The Sheridan's in the game.
No, it only have HE and heat. It doesn't
that
have
people-
missiles.
it's
so
a
it's
T49.
regular gun, it's not.
The T49 at tier 10.
It's exactly like a T49 in Blitz, but at tier 10.
Which is what I said. You should turn it into a T49. You should take away its APCR on both of them, have heat, and have HE.
Okay, at tier
Because
10
in real life, the
tier 10,
Sheridan never had
I would
APCR.
have Okay, solely at tier 10, I would be fine if it had APCR.
Oh, 230mm of pen is ridiculous.
Exactly.
Well, okay, at tier 10, if it had a T49 gun at tier 10, the thing would be the worst tank in the game.
Nope.
Accuracy and just.
You
Or
need-
you can
you
make
need
it the same
skill.
as PC and get a 105mm as the other option.
Okay, maybe you're underestimating the speed aspect of the tank.
Okay, no, like what I'm saying is, you should still be able to pen some shots. Like if they just slapped the T49 gun on a tier 10 tank, you're gonna have 90% of your heat shells just eaten by spaced armor. You're gonna have 90% of your HE shells eaten by spaced armor.
That's
Like,
why
it's
on
just-
PC they have a 105mm, the same as the M48 Patton's gun.
I don't play PC, so.
Well, I mean, they need to do something in buffing the tanks around it, and power creeping them
Not the way-
doesn't help.
It doesn't
Now,
solve the
you
issue.
notice how they're buffing all of these tier 10 heavies, but they're buffing nothing in tier 9 or tier 8.
Yeah, I know.
Difference. Have you noticed the difference between motion and mouse? The this HP difference.
I think it's
Just
one
look
game
at
is
it.
saying
It's like, isn't it like a 500 hit point difference or something like that?
No, no.
Oh, it's more than that. It's like
No, it's
No.
I think 1,100.
Wow, that's a lot.
Wow.
Well, we're
See-
stuck with it for 6.9 anyway, so.
Absolutely,
we'll
it's
have to
a
see how
We
it pans
also
out.
have to remember 6.9, we're getting a Japanese TD line.
yes, that is true. The Japanese are coming, but it'll be
Are
interesting
they
to see.
gonna have the same gun? A gun that cuts everything like butter?
Yes,
They have
from what
literally
I've seen,
premium
yes.
ammo that loses so little.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how the Japanese TDs turn out because if they
Honestly, I'm excited for only like one TD out of that line.
Object 263.
The only one that I'm like actually genuinely excited for is the tier 7 one.
They start off with the tier 10 quick version, so don't get too excited.
Well, I mean, like the
And
tier
also-
7 is literally a Chiri But if it had a 152mm short nose gun on it,
But don't forget there are some premiums turning up as well. Although there's a debate over whether they're premiums or not. And we've got
10 TP, I don't, not 10 TP, the 19 TP I think it is. I don't see that being a
The
collector.
Polish
I don't see it.
heavies are not tested yet. Only the Super Conqueror and
yeah, and the Vickers Light.
But it was mentioned on the Discord for general.
But the Vickers,
pictures of it.
the Vickers Light is showing a bit of confusion because on Blitz Stars and on Blitz Hanger, where I got my information from, it's listed as a premium. Yet apparently it's coming out as a tech tree. So I'm trying to work out.
The fellas are very committed game that way so they can test it. They put it in as a premium so they can test it.
Yeah.
These tanks are premiums first.
But I'm trying to work out where will it fit in the tech tree then, guys? Because there are no British lights.
What I think that they're going to do is I think that they're going to add in they're going to finish out a British light line like they did in World of Tanks PC. But the issue is I pray to God that they don't put the Mana Core into this game, because the Mana Core was super bad in PC because it has such abysmal ammo count.
Yeah, the ammo count. I watched Quick Baby. He loves the tank because it's a challenge.
Okay, if
It's
you
just a
could
challenge.
Yeah, like you could run out of ammo in like the first 3 minutes of the game. Now, but that's in a 15 versus 15 scenario. I think if that tank was slotted into a 7v7, it would have just perfect amount of ammo for it.
And then of course we've got the Super Conch that's going to make a showing as well.
Oh boy, the Super Conqueror, the thing that was so broken that they had to stop selling it entirely.
Yeah, well, don't
played
expect
the game starting game.
Don't expect it to be anything like the PC version. Like.
No, not that
You
one.
don't know that.
Yeah.
You don't know that. That's what they did for the WZ-120.
They don't make the Blitz tanks very much like the PC ones, especially the OP ones. They don't make them much like the PC.
Well, I mean, in the case of the Sheridan, they made him worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Even a premium.
of course
even
we've got the SU 130 PM coming out as well.
Okay, the SU-130 PM, I actually am genuinely, I'm actually kind of excited for that, because it's a tank that's not OP in the PC game. Yes, it has a high DPM, but it's basically a Scorpion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
It
the
is,
Scorpion is not OP.
No.
Are you saying that
Okay.
Scorpion is not OP?
They're going to overprice it
Okay,
as a
it's a
Scorpion,
Scorpion,
Lorraine.
except you don't
What
get
do you
turret for
expect?
this.
It'd be interesting to see.
It's a very interesting tank, because it's like a Scorpion, but you don't get turret traverse, and your gun actually gets heat. So, I mean, that's going to be fun to watch.
I'm gonna tell you something. The Scorpion is the worst thing about the Scorpion is that it's too high. You can't hide behind rocks or like mines.
It is very high, yes.
Yeah, and the tank.
Your side love HE shells.
No, it's not about the HE. Like when you are trying to shoot, it's like harder for you to shoot. In Himmelsdorf, you can do nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Himmelsdorf.
Yeah,
then-
the proof that the Earth is flat is Himmelsdorf.
Yeah. But then the SU has only got a traverse of 70 degrees either side. It's not fully. It doesn't go all the way around, by all accounts.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing about the ISU 152 that is the reason why it's my #1 most played tier 8 tank is because of the fact of how reliable your shells are. Like, it's just
And they're gonna curse it.
And you can bounce. And you can bounce.
You can bounce. You can bounce if they're dumb enough to shoot your gun mantlet.
Absolutely.
Which
Yeah, I mean,
had
try bouncing a Scorpion.
I've bounced an ISU 152 with an ISU 152 because he shot my gun mantlet. I've also
Unbelievable.
got track shots
I've been in
from an ISU one time.
A few shots, don't know how.
Well, I mean, it'd be interesting to see. There's a lot of tanks in development that they're going to try and bring into the game. So it'll be interesting to see.
I would love to wargaming, like maybe try to add like additive penetration. Like if you shoot a spick and you have extra penetration, your shell can go through.
Okay, but see,
mean our
the issue with
penetration?
doing
No.
that is the only issue with doing that is you have to look at, okay, is my AP round a filler round? Because if it's not a filler round, then you can't have over penetration.
But the thing that worries me about the Vickers Light, for example, is if it's a true light tank like the Batchat, how is it going to cope with the Sheridan?
It won't. There's your answer.
Exactly. It's going to be. That's going to be an interesting one. It will be an interesting one. So,
I mean,
The kind of
like,
worms having a war
then you
games
also
with
have to think about the fact that these Japanese TDs were never in PC, because to my knowledge, I don't think there's a Japanese TD line in PC.
No, only heavy and mediums.
We need
Yes,
Japanese
but
heavies.
instead of no, we do not. You stop.
the maps aren't big enough for Japanese heavies.
Dynasty
interesting.
Pearl isn't big enough.
It'd be interesting if they were big enough for heavies. Can you imagine a load of Japanese heavies on Copperfield?
Yes.
Okay, you know, honestly, what lines that I think that they do need to add to this game is need to add the Swedish line. Just like all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly the TD line.
Now I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind. Now see, I wouldn't mind them splitting up the pan-European line and making them individuals. I mean, that'd be quite good, but it's never going to happen, is it? Let's be honest.
Polish heavies.
Well, okay.
I
I
mean,
think
I-
that's just
I
an
would at
interface,
least-
interface space thing. I think that's the only reason they
Yeah.
do that.
But you can imagine. I mean, I'd love to get the S tank, the Swedish S tank in the game. That would be awesome. It'd be difficult to play.
They got the 20 TP or like the 50 TP.
It'd be
I would do
difficult.
that.
Be difficult to play the S tank, but oh boy, would it be a challenge? That'd be all the fun about it. It'd be so much fun. Nobody could. It'd be like an E25.
That's the one that goes as fast backwards as it does forwards. Cause
Yeah.
the driver faces both directions.
Yeah.
Hydromatic suspension making adjustment higher and lower it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Oh,
How
it'd
many
be,
bounces you get off the front of that?
exactly. It'd be fantastic. It'd be like an E25 had a love child with a WZ120.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah,
how
Swedish
war
tanks,
games
we
would
need
nerf it.
Well, to be fair, if you have a high caliber gun, then it's going to go through like butter because
Yeah.
overmatch.
Absolutely. It'd be
But the
interesting.
one thing that they need to balance that tank is when people start using the enhanced armor.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, there's not many tanks they can still use. Unfortunately, they still have to keep making them up. It's not easy. I don't think to add all these tanks to the game, but it makes you wonder what happens in the testing, though.
It's not hard. Like, you know what's easier for them to do? To make a proper tutorial for the game. That's the easiest thing they can do.
I don't disagree with.
Did you hear the
Let's just
announcements on the
let's
stream
throw
the other
more
day?
overpowered
No, what was
premiums
that?
and,
I missed it,
They are-
unfortunately.
Ribble Stripe said they're actively making training videos.
Really?
Yeah.
But
Okay,
it's
I
not
don't
5
believe-
years.
okay.
It's
No
not 5
offense to
years
whoever said
late.
that, I don't believe that for a second.
I've been calling for that for over for a year now.
Yeah, that came straight out of Ribble Stripe now.
And that's the thing is, they do this for PC, and you can watch them. It's like amazing. I watch them for fun.
But my argument wasn't wargaming. You need to make training videos. My argument was wargaming, not being funny. You know, you've got people out there who are given press accounts and they're listed as official CCs. You need to now list their videos or link their videos somewhere on the game interface, and they need to do training videos because that's
Okay, the CCs.
It's a language thing, really, that they've got to overcome. It's not everyone speaks English.
That's one of the problems. That is one of the problems. But don't forget, they've got CCs on every server, including they've got a lot of them on Russia. So all they have to do to all their CCs is say, look, each of you do one training video.
I mean, then again, like there are people like Medzi and like Bushka who have literally come out and said, "Hey, we will do this for you."
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, a lot of them have, and that's
It's Skate also posted a video like showing an example how the video should be made. But nope, you don't get any support from more gaming. And it's like, nope, we like our people. I have a player that's my friend, 5K games, and he has no idea what hash is. Keep in mind, he played like 300 games in the 183.
Wow.
There's probably plenty
The 183.
Can you imagine a 183 player with one hash round? He doesn't even know what that ammo is. He didn't believe me until I, like, okay, there's no counter for him. There's no way. It doesn't show anywhere in the game.
There'll be plenty of people with 50,000 battles that don't know what it is.
Hey,
Oh God, yeah.
Let alone
I needed
Who
about
knew that the,
7,500 games to learn the game.
What I mean is, his favorite tank is the Death Star.
You would have thought he'd know what hash was and how to use it then, yes. Exactly.
How many of y'all knew that the tier 9 and tier 10 Italian tanks, their HE is actually hash?
Yeah.
What? Not a tier 10.
Not at tier 10.
found the
Progetto isn't.
I found the hard way.
Wait, the Progetto isn't hash?
The Progetto isn't hash, and the tier 9 is the hash with the standard B.
Standard B is, yeah. Why do you think people? Why do you think the top players keep rolling out in the standard B?
Yeah, why do you think my favorite
It
tank at
never
tier 9 is
ceases
the
to
standard
amaze
B?
me why they thought they would give heat and hash to the same gun.
What is hash?
I explosive squash head.
I show there.
Play-Doh gun.
A gun
It
that
is-
can miss you up so fast you don't know even what hash is.
It's just a high penetration HE, basically.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, yeah,
Like,
that's simple
you're
terms, yeah.
You're launching a tube of Play-Doh at something that sticks to it and then explodes.
Absolutely. But well, we got quite a few interesting things coming out this month. I think with the next update. No new maps, but a new tech tree. New line, which would be interesting.
They modernized the interface of the consumable stuff.
Ah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that they should put more time into adding more, like, not necessarily tutorials, but like, oh, I didn't even know that the tier 7 through 10 Chinese TDs got the ability to add health to their tanks via consumables. Like, I didn't know that. I didn't
use that.
see it in patch notes. Like, I use the tanks all the time, and I've never seen it.
Yeah, pretty much like the British.
The British heavies can do it.
You know what, people, what we miss? We need like collection system that shows you which tanks you have or not. Because let's face it, there's
Okay,
many tanks.
you know what they should do? They should give you like a reward system. Oh, if you've completed this collection of tanks, you get this.
Well, you
can
do.
get a
Well, you
medal.
do. You do.
That's it.
You get a medal. You get a ribbon.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, ribbon.
Well, but like I
epic
mean, like
flex.
actual rewards. Like you get all. If you've played all of these tanks, you get like a bunch of credits, or like you get.
That's
gold,
what
or, like,
a game actually means. You do something for a reward, and I don't think they think of this as a game.
Well, no, but they think of this as they look at the Blitz players who like
realistic
Blitz.
Combat Simulator 9000.
Well, no, it's like Blitz players. They think are like magpies. They like shiny things, medals and shiny things.
Yeah.
So if I give them shiny
They
things,
like things that go boom.
if they like shiny things, let's give them more shiny things. You've completed the tech tree. Here's a shiny thing. You've killed all the tanks in that tech tree. Here's another shiny thing.
I don't like to give,
A shiny
what
thing
games
that
don't
you
like to give
can't
money
even
away.
look at unless you go to a player's profile settings.
Absolutely, but it's still a shiny thing. That's all that matters to them. And,
You know what?
you know, it's like this is they knew that shiny things were like so much they brought out avatars.
The most stupidest thing they ever did.
No, the
Actually,
stupidest,
the dumbest
thing
thing
they
they've
ever did.
done is probably removed half the tech tree from the game.
No. The stupidest thing regarding avatars is you can buy the Scorpion J and you get a Cobra avatar, although in the avatars there is a Scorpion.
Yeah,
There's a Scorpion in the avatars and you get a Cobra.
Are you all going to rush out and get your Julius?
I think there must have been a slight.
Get the what?
Oh, I mean,
Problem with
let's
the
not
translation.
forget that there was a
Julius
offer
Caesar.
for the.
What's that?
There was an offer for the freaking I forget what it was, but where it said it came with a module thing, but the module thing doesn't exist.
Ah.
They've announced the Julius Caesar avatar for the 29th of February because the Romans introduced the 29th of February to the calendar. So.
Well, because he was killed on the Ides of March, which is like the 15th. It's not.
Yeah.
It's 15th of March he was killed. Nothing to do with February. So you can get an avatar called Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar. Yeah, wonderful. Isn't it?
Okay. Fantastico.
We'll all be queuing up for that one.
Absolutely. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. I only buy tanks for the avatar. The tank comes separate. It's just
Oh, I paid $100 for this avatar in Tier 5 tank.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was an avatar going for $100. I bought it, and guess what I got? They gave me a free shinobi.
That was only 100 quid. Somebody cocked up the calculations for the 365-day premium.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you know what's funny? I actually did the math on how much buying 365 days of premium would be. If you bought each day individually, for like I think there's like you can spend gold for like 1 day or 2 days or something like that.
Okay.
If you bought as many things as you can, it would only run you about $60.
Wow. Really? Oh, now, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. If you bought them in sets of 2,
Treadhead, yes, he was.
It would only run you about $60.
Their pricing was actually at 12 lots of 1 month's premium rather than 12 months premium.
Yeah, no, 12 lots.
Who the hell's going to go and buy 12 individual lots of 1 month premium?
Exactly.
But been a counter mission off the
now you would think if you buy a bigger chunk instead of buying a bunch of smaller chunks, you would save money. But actually, how they've priced it, you actually spend more.
But haven't they also released this 29th of February special as well, where you get 290 gold, 290,000 credits, 29 boosters of this, 29 boosters of that.
Dude, I got an offer for the experimental for $9.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that.
I got it for free last year, so.
$8.99.
Yeah, there's a couple of pop-ups.
That is mental of a price for the experimental.
To be fair, I got it for free. It's annoying to fight properly.
You thought it was a good price?
What's up, boys? How y'all doing?
I hate the tank, so
Was
I
that
can't
Bob?
comment on that.
Oh, hell yes,
I
son.
just hate
How you doing, Bob?
Hi. It takes no skill whatsoever to even go to the advantageous
literally
position
almost
because
like
it's literally
Wotb 2.0, but remove the side armor.
Yeah, so what have we got then? Yeah, I've got
Side armor.
look, Sinister Traces.
There is no side armor of that thing.
So where is it? Bundles. There we go.
Literally
There you
low,
go.
but no
Leap,
side armor.
leap
The
bundle.
fact that I can pen,
There you
I
go.
can pen the cheeks of the turret of the experimental with SU-152HE.
What?
Yeah, with the
Yes.
strip like on the left side or the right
Yeah,
side.
on the very edge
I
of
know what you
the
mean.
turret, you can actually pen the cheeks with HE from an SU-152 or an ISU-152.
Yeah, the pinning is not the problem. The hitting is the problem.
Well, ISU-152, I have 0 problems hitting that spot.
Yeah, if you're okay, you put the perfect position, the perfect word, the perfect scenario.
Oh no, I've hit it on the move.
Oof.
That's just luck.
They're just fucking RNG, man.
That's RNG.
Yeah, Orange Jesus was on your side that day.
Speaking of RNGesus, could you pull up my 5k damage replay in the ISU whenever you have time?
Yeah, of course.
That replay is the definition of RNGesus giving and taking away. A 1200 damage ammo rack on a T-55A. A 1000 damage roll on a T-44 side armor, and on the move.
Absolutely.
It's like I was saying there, I was on Faust in the experimental, and the 152 hit me from the other side of the map, right? And the ammo racked me. Gone.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So, in my opinion, you shouldn't be able to ammo rack someone with an AP round.
Seriously.
Oh no, you can. Why couldn't you? I mean, you should be able to.
Okay, think about it this way.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, ammo racking is usually because you're cooking off your ammunition, right?
Are you with the realistic argument right now?
Well, no, okay, so
No, in
Heat
realistic
definitely-
battle, you can also
Heat definitely should be able to ammo rack.
ammo.
Like, Heat makes sense to ammo rack because you're literally spewing molten metal on the inside of the tank.
Yeah,
Say an
but
APR round, which is literally a solid chunk of metal.
oh, well, you say that, but in World War II, you could, the Germans were brewing up tanks without using HE. They were brewing up British tanks with AP rounds.
Yep.
So it just, I mean, in Blitz, you've got to be lucky because obviously you've got to be able to hit the ammo rack because the idea of the AP it just goes through. And what they were doing, I mean, in World War II, the AP was going into the tank and igniting the contents of the ammunition, which was making it brew up.
Yeah. Now, I also didn't really think about the fact that a lot of the tanks in the game would have two-stage ammunition.
Yeah. So it is possible to do it. You're more likely to ammo rack with heat or HE or
You're
HESH.
more likely. Yeah.
Here's an idea for the next event. Maybe they can do a mix and match. You get a set of points, and you can increase the armor. You lose some points. You increase your penetration. You lose some points, and you can mix and match with tanks, and then go for. I'm just
have realistic module damage.
Just have an HE only event. You're only allowed to fire HE.
And if you're successful, you can then have a RAM only event. That'd be cool. But
if they do an all HE event, they should immediately ban any and all tanks that have access to HESH.
well, no, because then Lopney can tell his friend with the Death Star to get in there and learn how to use it.
Okay, honestly, an event that I would want to see is one with realistic module damage.
To be fair, I would
Go
just
play
like to
War
see
Thunder. Go play War Thunder, baby.
What? Seriously, we talked about this last week. I mean, we're going to try and wrap it up in a minute because we've been over an hour. But I mean, one of the things I'd like to see them, guys. One of the things I think we talked about it last week is that would be interesting if they introduced it. Would be smoke and smoke discharges on the tanks.
Oh yeah, dude, I'd love that.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Reduce your visibility.
I mean, the light
tanks
tanks
would
really
have
would have an
smoke
active.
discharges.
You could have the light tanks push forward, spot, lay smoke for the heavies coming up behind. That would be brilliant.
And if you're a TD, you could just lay smoke and get out of there without anybody spotting you. I mean, it would be very good.
On the subject of laying smoke, maybe laying mines would also be.
No.
Well,
You can
think there would be a
on
way to
PC.
balance that, though.
On PC, there was like laying mines. It was very good.
Yeah, but that was only in like the large scale battle mode. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like an event, not like a permanent feature.
To be fair, I would just like to see regular mode, but you have more like lives, just like in.
The respawning was amazing. Yeah.
Just respawning feature implemented in normal game
Uprising
mode.
to come back.
I mean, yeah, just going back to what you said about the smoke screen.
Yeah.
I think that would work well in the tournament.
Honestly, like I
Because
want
it's actually
Uprising to come
practical
back because
gameplay.
Uprising was a really fun mode.
That'd be great. I mean, smoke would be fantastic. Bringing smoke into the game would really be fantastic if they were to do that.
A bit of
Yeah.
like a tactical gameplay, especially in tournaments.
Now, I mean, when you say smoke, are you talking about like actual smoked stuff, like on the tank, or smoke shells?
No,
Both.
no, smoking the area around you so that you can't be spotted or you can't be hit.
Correct. Smoke canisters, smoke discharges. Lots of tanks have them. That's what the thing is on the front of the Tigers. The Tigers had 6.
The Mark 6 has a lot.
There's literally 2 of
Correct.
them in the back of the IS-5.
I actually can't look at the front of the Mark 6 because I'm tryptophobic, and those holes like trigger my phone.
Well, if you look at most of the tanks,
I can just imagine.
look at most of the tanks. They've all got smoke discharges. Most of the tanks have got smoke discharges. Some of the heavies don't.
Concept to see lights go through, drop some smoke behind, and then you see everyone shooting the incoming heavies that are going through smoke.
Absolutely, it would be fantastic.
You can use it as a diversion. You can smoke a position, pull up to another position, and watch him blind shooting them.
Blade shooting. But when you hit, it will be nice.
Yeah, but if you are using it as a diversion, it's a great tool to spot the enemies.
Now, if you're using it as a diversion, I would rather have smoke shells because then you could deploy those at various places as opposed to where you actually are. Because as soon as you deploy a smoke canister, the enemy team knows that you've been in that vicinity.
And then everyone's going to rage again, just like the ATGMs.
Well,
Yes, it'll be
ATGMs
nice.
was artillery 2.0, but smoke, not really.
See, but like smoke is, it would be good if everyone has access to it.
That'd be a fantastic decoy for the ATGMs, wouldn't it? Be able to deploy smoke so they couldn't spot you up and keep firing the damn missiles at you.
Yeah, it'd be great. I think it'd be
Yeah, but
fantastic.
you have to worry about if you're in the smoke, you can't see anything outside of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. But that's no different to, say, World of Warships, for example. I mean, which is where it is very effectively.
Again, we are discussing this as a point of like high win rate players and like no knowledgeable players. Most of the players, like the player base, they don't even know what HE or APCR is.
Now, I will say though that I feel like if smokes are added to the game, I feel like it would fall under the same problem as, like, say, adrenaline. You're gonna have two types of players. You have people who know when to adrenaline, and then you have people like me who adrenaline for literally no reason.
I mean, I think it'll be fantastic.
Adrenaline, but always have it.
I learned by mistake that you need to use your adrenaline before you shoot, not after you shoot.
Yeah,
because
exactly. I used to have
increases
that
your
problem.
yeah, you increases your chances in module damage. I didn't know that.
Wait, really? It
Yeah.
improves module damage?
Adrenaline improves your chances of module damage. It also increases your chance of crew compartment damage.
I didn't know that. It was a question directed to Blue Steel from R2K, and he answered, and it was like all of us like, oh really? We didn't read what adrenaline does.
It doesn't
And also,
explain that anywhere.
It
actually does.
It actually does.
What's that? Which bit?
Not in game.
Yes,
In
it does.
game,
I will get a picture of it right now. It does.
It says it in game.
adrenaline plus 20% reloading and plus 10% to module damage.
Okay, is that when you click on the info on the shell?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
not on jail, on the
When was
consumable.
the last time anybody actually clicked on the info button on any of those?
Yeah,
things?
we're back to square one.
Yeah.
Tutorials. If not a professional player, like explain this to us, we wouldn't even like believe them.
But the professionals player don't want you guys to learn it.
No, most of them.
They want to farm the idiots who played.
Can I just raise a question?
Believe me, we're still idiots.
Can I just raise a question?
You want
You're
to
just
fight?
lazy.
Yeah, crack on, Grump.
Say for argument's sake, I know there's a big issue with new players climbing these tiers quite quickly now. I don't know, you might have different opinions. In setting say you have to earn so much XP or do so many battles before you proceed to the next one. Do you know? I don't know if that could work.
But one of the problems they've got is they've got to keep people into the game. That's the thing, and people don't like the grind. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem.
Had you asked that question like a year ago, when like the tech tree was twice the size as it is?
With 400 battles.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And it's just ruining the game. Well, I think it's just ruining the game for everyone else.
Now, I mean, personally, I will preach this until the day that I die. The game was a much better place when the tech tree was triple the size as it is now.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. Because you learnt more. You had to grind the lines, and you were learning as you went along.
Yeah, and you don't have these players who have like 400 battles and are already at tier 6. Like,
which was fine for those players that could stick at it. But that was where in Wargaming we're losing too many players because it took too long and they wouldn't stick
Because
at it.
there's no tutorials.
Again,
I
regardless
tried.
of that, you can't. Even if it were tutorials, you can't make people watch them.
That's right. You can't.
No. What I mean is,
well, you
I
can
advocate
stick
for the
rewards
game,
behind them like in PC.
guys. I advocate for the games with vengeance. I'm trying to get my friends on it. Okay, they watch me all the time. I'm addicted to the game. All my like PC, phone, tablet, everything with the game. They tell me it's a nice game. How can we play? And I say it's a long answer. I really like. You can see how I'm playing. Yeah, I'm just like with 20,000 games. They test the game, a couple of games. They say, okay, I need to learn, and there's no actual like comprehensive way for them to learn.
It's a lot of just trial and error.
If I can't bring players that my friends that they want to play, they want, but they couldn't understand the game, because in my like in Arabic there's not a huge content in for the game. And there's
You
no.
should have tried Reapers. You should have tried the old matchmaking where you can face tier 10 or tier 7 then. This game is too easy now. You only +1 or -1.
Yeah, but try to explain penetration, armor, spotting mechanics. Like, there's a lot of things you need to explain, and they need to memorize 350 tanks parameters. Okay, that's a Yaguru. He shot. He's on 20 seconds reload. You can rush him. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Why? Because he doesn't have it. He doesn't know that. It doesn't show anywhere. If he needs to read all of this, okay, he's a student. He's playing, so he won't be studying and reading stuff. So when you are actually directing him into reading stuff, he's gonna say, okay, I can download any other game. Less hassle for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. But see, here's the thing though. A lot of this, wargaming really kind of sells the fact that playing this game is a lot more trial and error than actual learning.
Yeah, but there's no trial and error in
against
like
ATGMs.
No. If a player,
There's
I
just
told
error.
you, with 5,000 games, he doesn't know what hash is, because it takes a lot of time for you to trial and error in this game. Like 60,000 battles to try and error every tag.
Oh yeah, 5,000 games, and I didn't know how to use HE on a KV2.
Yeah, and nobody has time for that shit.
Yeah, I can agree.
You're right. I mean, I'm 11,000 battles in on my account, or on this one, and at this point, I didn't realize the difference between increasing your mobility, your left and right mobility, and engine power, like what the difference was. Because like certain tanks, you don't need to go faster, you need to be able to move left and right. Like the Mod 1, for example.
Who is Darth Vader?
The Mod 1 benefits more from traverse than engine power.
The engine power is it's only situationally effective anyway. It's like the gun jammer. I tend to not run
Stop,
them.
and you get your mic out of your throat, please.
I think I'd rather have quicker traverse than engine power, you know, straight line speed. Especially if you're trying to get COD, stuff like that.
Depends on the tank. Some tanks has lots of traverse, like you don't need it.
Like the let's see, was like a light tank, like the Type 64.
In E50, I would rather.
Like you say, but I like to have, on my heavies, especially on a slow traverse, I'd rather boost that up than speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, wow, it's well,
It's just down to the individual, isn't it? Really.
a lot of it is.
Well, like I say, it's like going back to what he was saying there. He's trying to inform other people, and some of us don't have the time to do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, going back to the tutorial again, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, but as suppose that you can't, as people said, you can't make people watch a tutorial. That's the thing.
You can. You can actually You can actually do it. Like,
just put shiny things in front of them and they'll watch it.
Just do it.
Well, you can do it that way. You can do it that way.
Yeah.
Dude, just give them a really bad tier 3 premium tank or something, and they'll watch that ad. They'll watch the They'll watch the stuff all day long.
For 5 gold, a new player would watch it. because he doesn't know what 5 gold is.
Yeah, there is that.
Well,
You
what I
get
would do is I
you
would
get gold
give
from
them
watching
tutorial
ads.
stuff.
Yeah. That's an
I
incentive.
mean,
I
I
suppose.
would just give them like a tier 3 premium, like like the T7057 or something.
Skate's idea was like if you did like so well in the game, like you were in the back in the TD, the video that's gonna pop up to you is the video regarding your performance. So you are prompted to watch it. Like you're more incentive to watch it. Like
No
this the
skipping
thing.
out, of course.
Yeah. Make the video so I don't know. I can make my friends watch it. If I have a friend that needs to go to the game, I can pay him money to watch it. I don't know.
I can teach him to play.
Like hey,
if I have a
like
friend.
just like Fugit said, people love shiny things. So if they say shiny thing, they're gonna be like, ooh, I like shiny thing.
Make it like a campaign on the PC. Like you complete this
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
tutorial and you get discount on a tank or maybe a high tier tank, something like with a value
Well, the
for
way
a
that
new.
they do it on PC is that you go through all these tutorials, and when you're done, you're going to have one tier 1 tank, one tier 2 tank, a tier 3 tank, all of different trees. So like,
These are
at
not
the
the
end-
campaigns. Like you have a campaign, like it's long for you. There is missions for you to do.
oh dude, what I would do is I would do that for every tank type, and then like at the end have like a low to mid tier like premium at the end. Like for like the light tanks, I would have like the Type 64. Or
There's no
like,
shortage of
Give it as
ideas.
a rental. I don't want anyone to have it permanently. Because someone completed a fucking tutorial.
Wow. Anyway, I think we've had what, over an hour now. I think that's enough, isn't it, guys? I think we've set the world on fire there. A little bit.
better set it with smoke.
Yeah.
Vape jokes insert.
So anyway, those of you on YouTube, thank you for joining. Those of you in Discord, thank you definitely for joining and sharing your views. We'll be, like I said before, we'll be doing these every week. We'll try and find hot topics. That's always the way. So by all means, if you've got anything you want to discuss, send them over. I mean, there's a channel in my Discord that talks about that. It's called, what's it called? It's Subjects for Live Stream Discussion. There we go. So we're knocking on the head there. We talked about a lot, to be honest with you. We've taken a lot longer than we normally do. So, booyah. Thank you all those on YouTube. Thank you all those on Discord. There will be a live stream on the EU server tonight. Tonight. So those are around. Oh, it'll be about 8, 9 o'clock your time.
Sorry, I missed that. You went
8 or 9 o'clock your time.
When do you think
Yeah.
the next NA stream is going to be?
I'll try and do one tomorrow, actually. If not, it will be Sunday, your time. Sunday, your time.
I was going to say Sunday for me is tomorrow. So.
Oh, Sunday to me. Well, yeah, but Sunday morning for me. Sunday morning for me is Saturday evening for you.
It's going to be the evening for me. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
So Monday morning for me is Sunday evening for you.
I'm not confused at all. I'm not confused by that.
So like, okay, so if you're going Sunday morning, it's going to be at like 2 in the morning for me.
Yeah, it's madness. So, but I'll try and get one running tomorrow. And when I say Sunday morning, it'll be about 4 or 5 o'clock a.m. my time. So it's evening time on Saturday in the US. Anyway, and with that, those of you who are able to join on the EU server tonight, by all means jump in. We'll do count-ins, tuning, and all the usual crazy notification type stuff. And until then, guys, thanks a lot, and I'll chat to you all again soon. Now I'm going to have to put it on to starting soon. It's not starting soon, it's finishing now. But I haven't got that screen.
I shall go and do me 10 battles.